What?
I said, just talk loud.
Alright, well,
I give it. These things are compressed, so
yeah.
you won't blow people's ears out.
Sure. All right, let's get to it.
Let's see your headphones. It's all really high.
5,
What?
4, 3, 2, 1. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the must-see WWE fan podcast in the world. We got the champ with us today, Matt Angel.
Yeah.
Matt Angel, right?
With the motherfucking real champ on my
man.
shirt. That's right.
Ooh.
You should put up that damn text message conversation
Yeah, whatever.
that we had.
And we got your boy
This
Romeo, the
shit
real
right
deal
here.
Montiel.
Ready for this?
You guys should check it out. We got my band right here, Double A in the building,
Double A
repping
in the
Brooklyn.
building. What's up, man?
And then we got Lex Luthor, of course, all black, everything,
Yep.
representing Seth Rollins with the shirt.
He lost his belt, but he's still the man.
He's still the architect. Doesn't matter.
He's fine. He's good.
Let's get right to it, man. We got a lot to talk about this week. Not even just with WWE. We got some stuff going on in Ring of Honor. That's crazy. New Japan, just all that craziness. And then Survivor Series is looking good, man. I'm really excited for that.
Can't wait.
But let's start off with the big news. Of course, the champ wants to start off with
Hell
AJ
yeah.
Styles, because why not?
That's right.
They
What
don't
did I
want
tell
none.
you?
Me
They don't
and
want
me-
none.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Me and Matt.
Mount Rushmore right here.
Wow.
TNA
there you go.
AJ Styles.
Yeah,
New
seriously.
Japan AJ Styles, WWE AJ Styles, and then just
And
and
old,
then the belt.
old fart
And the
AJ
belt.
Styles.
right there.
We'll see.
I didn't have a problem with AJ winning. Like I
It's just the
said
timing
earlier.
of it. But,
I just
who
that
cares?
was my
Who
only
cares?
problem. I'm kind of like, I really wanted this to be a WrestleMania match. I definitely see that happening, and it could have done that. And at the same time, with a week of preparation for a good promo, I'm kind of disappointed because I want to see AJ and Paul Heyman really like go back and forth on each other. I just, it's definitely something that,
just
would
out of
be
the blue,
awesome to
like,
watch.
yeah. It's just,
It's out of the
Yeah.
blue too.
Yeah.
I would also like if Jinder would have won because it would have helped out his heel a little bit better. But I guess I do see what they're going with it. Survivor Series is gonna be one hell of a pay per view. It's looking to be really good.
Loaded.
So I don't know, man. I understand that because with AJ and Finn and that having no promo, it was just an amazing match, and I think that's what Vince is looking at. And I remember Lath, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
That because of that, I feel like promos are just not as meaningful anymore. They're kind of going away because of that. You know what I'm saying? Like with Brock and AJ, it seems that that's what they're going with, and I don't know. I'm excited. I'm not gonna say I'm not. I just wish. I feel like with that type of matchup, it's great to have a story with in some
yeah,
way.
exactly.
But I mean, I don't know. How do you feel about it?
Here's
Champ?
my viewpoint. I want to see the best match possible.
Of course.
And if it means 1 week of build up with AJ and Brock being the match, I'm perfectly fine with that.
All right.
Because I think it's going to be a better match than Jinder and Brock. I
Do you
don't really think it would have helped Jinder to win.
I would have been
I mean,
interested
if
to
it-
see it though.
If it didn't help him
Yeah.
when he beat Randy and it didn't help him when he beat Shinsuke, why the hell would it help him if it beat AJ? It would just make people even more mad. I just really did. I don't think it would have. They need to not reinvent his character, but
I just feel like
modify
Survivor
his
Series.
character.
I don't know if Survivor Series is the right stage on top of it. I feel like
It's a Big Four pay-per-view.
it's
It
the
is one of the
fourth
big
one,
four,
though.
yeah.
I think it's the
But
fourth one.
yeah, but still,
But it is
it's
the
bigger
fourth
than
one.
Money in the Bank
get
and
that.
TLC
I get
and
that,
Payback.
but I think with and I'm liking the way Raw and SmackDown are going. There's just, and that's another thing. There's so many people that to even have these two wrestle, and it's not even like a part of the Raw and SmackDown collision. It's the main
it is.
event. Well, it is.
It's Raw
it
champion
is,
versus
yeah,
SmackDown
it
champion.
is. I get that, but they're not part of the elimination match, which is the big thing of Survivor Series.
Yeah. This year they seem to have gone more with this is brand versus brand as opposed to really focus on the elimination match.
Yeah, exactly.
They've just kind of
Well,
they still
I
have
do
it.
like that. Yeah.
But it's like they really went with like this is brand versus
I'm just
brand.
so
Yeah.
used to that. Yeah, and I'm just so used to that elimination match. It's just like,
But now we get to have that
and
champion versus
that's
champion
true.
stuff.
That's true.
And then I was thinking, who I feel that AJ Styles should win that match, because
But
that's the big debate. I don't know. Like it's like
Yeah.
hard to say. Like because Brock, you want to maintain his Brock Lesnar persona, but then AJ Styles, you want to elevate SmackDown the guy that builds SmackDown. Apparently, you know.
But I feel like this match doesn't do anything afterwards. Yeah, it's going to be a great match, but
Well, I don't think the Jinder Brock one wouldn't have
yeah,
done
no,
anything
but
either.
I don't think this either. It's just champion versus champion.
honestly,
There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's
Bragging
nobody's
rights.
gonna win a championship.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody has bragging rights. That's about it. But that's what's wrong with just putting a match together. Yeah, they're gonna have a great match, but a story behind a match
Exactly. It's very
makes
good.
you more into it. Makes
I get what you're
pulls you
saying.
Think of it this
into
way.
it. Like
Mayweather, McGregor.
This is
Mhm.
WWE's All-Star game. You know, what are typically All-Star games? One conference versus another, one league versus another league.
mhm.
You know, these people may not play or go against each other very often, but it's a game that's there. It has a novelty factor. Does it really mean anything? Not as much, but it's there for entertainment. And that's kind of how I feel about that. You're right. No, there's no other than really bragging rights.
That's pretty
There's
much
nothing
it. Yeah.
really
Mm-hmm.
with these matches. No championships. They're not unifying any titles. Not much else is happening. That's kind of how I view it. It's like this is kind of their all-star game, and this is we're gonna put the best versus the best, and then the mid-card best versus the best, and then the best tag team versus the best tag team, the best woman versus the best woman.
And I do
an
also
all-star
like
game.
that they're not. I mean, because it's very unexpected now. Like we still have 1 week left. We could still have another title change
Oh yeah,
within
Yeah.
it, which is very cool. I do like that in that perspective, but I like I said, I do like stories, man, and I feel like I don't know if Vince or whoever the writers are kind of going away with that now that we actually have great wrestlers. I don't know. It's kind
but
of
this is also only one match that doesn't have a story.
I mean, yeah,
The tag team match now has a pretty significant story, considering the New Day cost the Shield their titles.
yeah, but they're both not even in the title match. They're not even in.
Whoa, but now that's created
But now
another
that's
match.
created
That's
to
a,
the
that's a
yeah,
story.
I get what you're saying.
That's in the story. And I mean, AJ beating Jinder is all in the story of this match here, and is now kind of proven Paul Heyman right of Jinder's not,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a worthy champion. And lo and behold, look, here you go. AJ beat him.
It just has to be a strong it just has to be a strong go home.
Yeah.
Like
And
AJ has to
Miz
come
and-
in. Heyman's got to like
Exactly.
turn it on. Like it's gonna have to be like.
I wouldn't be surprised if AJ showed up on Raw or Brock showed up on SmackDown this week.
Oh, I'm definitely waiting.
Oh, yeah,
that's. I think
definitely
AJ's
gonna
gonna
happen.
show
Under
up.
Siege is supposed to happen probably. I mean, it hasn't happened on the
Yeah.
Raw side, so
But I mean,
Just
Miz
not-
and Corbin has a little bit of a storyline as well.
Twitter war.
Given it's
Although,
really
Twitter
dead.
war.
although
Yeah.
with that feud, I kind of want Braun to be Intercontinental Champion. I think that's what
Yeah.
they're kind of going for, and I kind of feel that. And I think that'd
I
be
can see
a
that.
better match between Baron and Braun. I think.
yeah,
I
they
don't
did
know.
face to face at a Royal Rumble. I
Yeah,
think it was. They
yeah.
did like during
Oh,
the
they
Battle
did,
Royal.
huh? Yeah.
They went face to
That'd
face.
be
And I think
great. Yeah,
they
I
did
think
that'd be a
Baron
great
Corbin
episode.
eliminate or no? It was
No, Baron Corbin got eliminated
Baron
by,
eliminated Braun.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
they
Yeah, he
did?
did.
What?
Yeah,
It was
I
kind
don't
of a
remember.
combined thing. It was
the weight
um,
kind of.
yeah, a couple people kind of knocked Braun down, and then Baron was the one who like charged at him and clotheslined him
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
over the
like,
ropes.
Like in that sense, I think that would have been really good to have Braun be champ.
They could.
Yeah, and that could still happen. I mean, you never know. But yeah, man, AJ and Brock's gonna be awesome. I'm really impressed. Now let's talk about Jinder. What
Back to the
What's
mid-card.
What do you? Yeah, what, do you
Is that
guys
the
think this
question?
is over? Is he? I mean, do you think
No,
he could
I don't
ever?
think it's over.
I mean, I don't know.
It's not over, but it is kind of weird. I mean, he will get his rematch after Survivor Series.
I mean, he had
My
a long
thing
reign,
is-
man.
They'll
He had-
probably put him in the U.S. title picture. Probably
Yeah.
more.
yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, because they could have given the 5th spot, but the up and comer John Cena really needed it. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They
So-
need some new talent.
I didn't understand that either.
I-
Well, he was supposed to be the
fan service. I really think they've figured out that fans like to see big names, and so they're just
Well,
like,
yeah.
all right, John Cena,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
and he's a free agent, guys.
Yeah, that's true. He can fight wherever.
Are
he
they
wants.
still doing that thing?
I don't know.
Don't
What,
make no
what do
sense.
you-
What
do
if
you-
Nikki came back and was put on Raw's women's team? Because I think there's still one slot left, right?
There is
Yeah.
still one
They
slot
could do
left.
Paige
Which
on
probably
Raw
go with
side.
Bailey or Paige.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They could do
Yeah.
Paige on Raw side
I
and
agree.
Well, we
SmackDown.
even said
I think
Carmella.
they'll do Bailey.
Mhm.
There's no reason why they shouldn't do Bailey.
Yeah, we even said like I mean, and kind of talked about this earlier. Even Carmella could switch sides and become.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Alexa
bank
Bliss is
winner.
relegated to the
Or
SmackDown.
James Ellsworth would be the 5th woman. No.
That would be funny. Have you seen
James
the
Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth.
That was a fun
Have you
match.
seen the house show
Santina
videos?
Marella, Miss WrestleMania.
Have you seen the house show videos?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
they're just stunnering him.
Oh
and
yeah,
everything.
it's all of the SmackDown women just doing like random moves on him. He got stunnered by Becky Lynch, and then choke slammed by
Dude, he
Charlotte.
must have the luckiest job in the world, Doug.
Yeah, he's taking care of his kids. Like that's all he said. Like in the beginning, he's like, I just want to take care of my
beautiful
kids.
women. How do you not like that
Any
job?
man with 2 hands
Has a chance.
has a chance.
He had a tweet, I think on the 1 year anniversary of him appearing, and it was like, so far in my career in WWE, I, it's something like I jobbed out to Braun Strowman. The fans loved me. I beat it was at the time that AJ Styles was U.S. champion. I beat the current U.S. champion 3 times.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
I climbed up the ladder and grabbed a Money in the Bank briefcase, and I got to kiss Carmella. And I was just like, this dude had the best freaking year. It was
Superstar of the year.
if I could be James Ellsworth, fuck yeah.
He's got a
James
better
Ellsworth.
year than Kurt Hawkins. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kurt. Is he still on the losing streak, bro?
He's
Yeah.
still
Like-
160, whatever.
I feel he's a really good wrestler.
He now wears a jacket or like a vest thing that has 0 dash and then a bunch of like tally marks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's pretty
goodness.
He's actually
Give
very.
the brother a win.
He's all right though. He has his own promotion.
He's my Royal Rumble winner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why
If
not?
you do that, I'll give you $1,000.
Hey, you know
not
what?
even
If
kidding
they
you
do that
right
with Jinder, they could probably do something with Kurt Hawkins.
Why not?
Oh my God.
Why
Kurt
not?
beats Jinder.
You know what? Just
No,
bump it.
that would
Why
kill
not?
Jinder.
Because
I would-
everybody was saying like, oh, Jinder was for Kurt Hawkins, like when they did the switch or whatever, the shake-up.
Yeah.
I'm like, why not? Give him the opportunity. Give Kurt Hawkins the
I'd feel
opportunity.
so
Why
bad
not?
for Jinder, and I fucking hate Jinder. That would be horrible.
Jinder's like, I
I see. I
I
always
steroid
thought,
up for this.
I thought Kurt Hawkins could sneak one in on Baron and like roll him up or something like that.
Yeah.
Like he does like an
Or the-
open
or no,
challenge
the
or
Miz,
something.
the
I think
Miz.
I think the open challenge is perfect for Kurt Hawkins to actually win. I
And,
mean,
like, he would challenges Baron Corbin. Like Baron Corbin goes, okay, guys, I guess I'll do.
He
An
rolls
open
him
challenge.
up, wins the U.S. title.
Yeah, everybody would go nuts.
I
Like
couldn't
look at
even
Heath
see
Slater.
true that.
Like,
I couldn't
Slater
even,
when he
I couldn't
won.
even
Hawkins
see
is on
him do it
Raw.
against like a Kevin Owens
So-
if Kevin Owens has the belt. Again.
Kurt's on Raw. Or
Uh,
Kurt.
He can,
Kurt's
well,
on Raw.
Shane can sign
Kurt.
him.
Yeah,
It's all right.
Why not? I could see. I don't know, but I mean, yeah, who knows? What else happened? Let's talk about Shield losing the belts, guys.
Oof.
How'd you like the New Day coming out and distracting them? I mean, they didn't mean to
It was
make the Shield
interesting.
lose, but I mean, I liked that the New Day was very. I mean, it's them. They were just being them, which was awesome on
I
Raw.
like it.
Do you like the loss of
Not
belts?
ding. That's
As
my,
much as-
that's
as
my
much
new
as I'm a
favorite
Seth
New Day
Rollins
thing.
As much as I'm a Seth Rollins fan, we still didn't get a full Shield reunion.
Exactly.
So I
now,
feel
I think now it's really
That's why
Now
they,
it's
they have
perfect.
done it. Yeah.
New Day,
Like,
the longest
yeah.
reigning, and you got the most
true.
dominant, the Shield. Have them go 1-on-1 or 3-on-3.
And then Finn Balor and Gallus and Anderson
Oh my god!
shut all the lights off and then run down to the
Oh.
ring and beat everybody up.
Don't
Stand in the
don't
middle of
play
the
with my
ring like
emotions
this.
that way. Oh gosh!
it's too much.
That
Then
would
you
be the
have
day,
DX come
man.
out, their old ass come out. And
There
just,
you go.
Well, there's actually a photo. It's weird. There's an actual photo of when New Day came. Like you see both the club members and Finn Balor together, and it's just like a shot.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, oh man, like quit teasing this, quit it, like
Seriously.
they've been they've been teasing it for a while.
for
They
months.
should just pull the trigger, man.
Yeah.
No. You don't want to give that up yet. You want to keep doing it. Keep teasing
They
it.
will.
Finn and AJ did it, and it's like everyone freaked out. Like, oh my god, it's gonna happen.
Like,
and it won't
yeah,
actually
exactly.
happen. You gotta
Maybe
keep it going.
WrestleMania moment. They just like
Knowing the history, oh man, like
come
that's,
together and
that's,
just
that's
be,
what
yeah.
it is knowing that Bullet Club history and like
See, I think what would happen, I don't know that they're really gonna have a bona fide storyline with them. It'll be some like after match segment type
Yeah.
thing, like
Yeah.
AJ and Finn, where you know, the four of them or Finn and Gallows Anderson or whoever will just have a moment.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was hoping a couple weeks back, like with the whole Kane chokeslamming 3 times.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been the perfect time for Gallows and Anderson to come out
Mm-hmm.
and like just run Kane out of the ring or something.
Yeah.
Not necessarily attack him, but like Kane just
Yeah.
leaves and starts laughing or something.
Exactly.
So like, oh, we're back the band's back together.
Band's back together, man.
You know?
Oh, guys, Daniel Bryan's okay. You know, he was at a New Jersey Devils.
Yeah, they did an interview.
Hockey
I saw
game.
like he's really lobbying to get back. He's doing
he's
everything.
like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's
it's not
legitimately like,
gonna
going to
happen.
doctors. He's doing whatever it's gonna take.
It's not gonna happen.
The
They
whole,
still.
and the
It's
whole
up to WWE.
I know,
like
I know.
to let
They
it
don't
go.
want the
and it's not
liability.
gonna
Well,
work.
and so that apparently is not all that true. And Daniel's come out and said, no, that's not really. It's not like WWE being like, no, we can't.
Yeah.
We're not gonna let you come back. It's WWE legitimately being like, you know, the concussions are a big deal right now, and we really gotta play it, you know, safe. WWE wants him back.
They so want
They
him.
don't want to kill him though. Like they really just don't.
Well, that's what came out. Like even like Aaron Hernandez, like when they analyzed his brain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was
yeah,
like
part of-
40. He was like a 45-year-old brain, but it was like a damaged 45-year-old.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
he
can
had
only
the wor-
imagine.
he
Yeah,
had
it's I can
the,
only imagine.
His brain was the worst case of CTE the doctors have ever seen.
Wow.
And you just see this hole. So it's like you'll see like a normal brain, and then you see like a 45-year-old brain. And it's like this hole, just like right in the middle of it. It's just huge.
Oh dang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
But
is
you
your
know,
thinking.
he decided to kill people, so who
Yeah.
gives a shit about him.
And himself.
Yeah, but I thought
Well,
that
Junior
you know
Seau-
Junior
Junior
Seau,
Seau,
yeah.
too, yeah.
He killed himself. But
that was like unexpected. No one even
and he was on
expected it.
suicide watch for a while too.
Yeah. I
Before
mean, that's
he
like
actually.
He had a
that's
show.
why it's
Huh?
it's,
He had a show too, which was crazy.
Oh yeah,
that's
he
a-
did. Yeah.
Mhm.
it's a major deal, and so they're making sure that
Which
they,
is
that
true,
they
of
really
course.
don't hurt Daniel Bryan. And I mean, he's obviously wants to wrestle, but I think he's smart enough to realize that WWE's not doing it maliciously.
Well, yeah.
He would change
especially
his
since-
style.
I mean,
Also, just like being on the internet, and I frequently read Reddit and stuff like that, and I go on the wrestling subreddit called Squared Circle, and just like the people on there, anytime Daniel does something weird
like,
or
"Oh."
goofy, it's like, oh, this is Daniel, you know, he can't wait to get out of his contract so he can be all this. It's like, that's just how Daniel Bryan is.
Yeah, like talking smack. Everybody's like, "Oh, he's so
Yeah,
savage. He's just trying to get
yeah,
out."
He's
No, he
really
wants to
pushing the
stay.
limits. It's like I people don't realize like WWE is probably encouraging him to do all of this crap. They're
Yeah.
like, people are
Nah, he
loving it.
loves where he's
Do
at.
it.
He's not going anywhere.
Act weird on talking smack. You know, joke about tout, whatever. And
That's
That was
character to him.
ridiculous. Tout.
That's awesome. That was awesome.
oh man,
dude,
still, I
what
just
the
still I
hell?
love Daniel Bryan. The time that he was able to make whichever fucking Uso it was laugh on camera and have to walk away was just great. Because he's a really good ability just to act like a dork, and people just
he's really
because he is a
funny.
dork.
Yeah, he is.
But it's
Yeah.
great.
Funny.
He even did the chip challenge, the one chip challenge.
Yeah,
You
and
see
then-
that? And
yeah.
he was like, he remained calm.
It was like he ate a ghost pepper chip, and he was just like, oh, this is nothing.
The hottest chip in the world, and the guy next to him sweating and drinking milk, and like, but he's like, well, see, this is the thing is being a wrestler, you learn to like hide the pain.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
he's like, yeah, it burns a little bit, and everybody's like, really, and sure enough, he made it through the whole thing. Like, yeah, it's no big deal.
He probably went home like, oh my god.
Yeah, he's probably in the car. I'm on fire. I'm sweating a little bit.
He's like, no. Or he's like cutting avocado into his mouth, you know.
Oh man.
what was the other
It's
crazy thing?
ridiculous.
How'd you guys like? I don't know if you guys saw, but Chris Jericho,
With Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega, man.
That
How
was
you guys-
interesting.
It was a great
that came out of
promo.
nowhere, too.
I'm
It
still
was-
skeptical
it
that
was-
this match is actually gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
They got Wrestle Kingdom posters up already. They got them. I mean, Cody Rhodes is going against what's his name? Kota
you
Ibushi.
mean Cody is going against?
Yeah, Cody, yeah. He's going against Ibushi, which is the guy from the Cruiserweights Classic match.
Yeah.
I saw him live. Dude, that guy's legit. Like, they're doing a slow build. Well, to know, like, the New Japan side, Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega were friends. The reason why Kenny Omega got into to want to go wrestle in Japan was because of Kota Ibushi. They have like this one league. It's not the New Japan, but they do like the weirdest like matches, like blow up dolls. There's matches
Blow
of
up doll, man.
yeah, they fight blow up dolls. Kenny
hell?
Omega fought like an 8-year-old, like a girl, like an 8-year-old girl, and it was really
Did
good.
he lose or did he win?
He lost, but I think it was a time limit thing.
Oh, okay.
But it was really fun. Like, it was cool. Like, everybody's like, how
There
could
was
you?
when the Hardys were in TNA, King Maxwell had a match.
Oh, that's right. He
And,
won the first. He's
yeah,
the youngest.
He won. I can't remember who he
winner.
wrestled, but it was great.
Rockstar Spud.
There you go.
That's who it was. But
Oh,
I know.
that skinny dude, yeah.
But there's like this whole like thing. They had like this whole rivalry, and then they became best friends. And then Kota Ibushi went away, to like the whole WWE thing. Then he came back, so they've been teasing that. So it's kind of a crazy build. The whole Kota Ibushi and not Omega Omega Jericho. So at least to understand that background of the rivalry and
dude.
stuff. So do you guys' homework? There's tons of videos on Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega, so you understand that dynamic a little bit better.
Mm.
Nice.
But yeah, overall.
Damn, bro.
Sorry, I know.
I was like,
No,
I
hey, and that is.
I just
that
watched
is the fact.
WWE.
That is the fact by Lex Luthor.
Well, yeah, but
No,
overall,
hey,
overall, Kenny, that was cool. I mean, the way that he did it.
yeah, no, I'm actually probably gonna watch it. Like, I'm really interested, like, see what's gonna happen.
A new
Is
look
it
of
for the belt,
Jericho.
too?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
new
that's
Jericho.
he did. That's a new United
Yeah.
States Japan belt, which actually they'll be out here in March.
IWGP.
So we will see. I
definitely
might have to
down.
go to that, or
Or
we might have to
yeah,
go
we
to
went to
that.
Long Beach. That was awesome.
They're actually getting a bigger arena this time because they realized from the first time, and they're actually going to have elevated seats so you can actually see the match versus before it was like
I mean, why don't they
Yeah,
just
like,
go big and just go Staples Center?
they probably could.
So
I mean,
they
no,
seriously-
I think they're slowly
I like-
going to do that. I think eventually it's going to be because I know
Yeah.
they're really trying to
They
overtake
just don't want to
I
blow
like
the road.
outside venues. I think they're dope.
with Ring of Honor. Like with them and Ring of Honor, their partnership is really a really good partnership, and it's really creating a lot of good buzz, and it's allowing them to trade talent and
Yeah.
work all together. So it's actually a
What's
good thing.
What's the promotion that WWE owns or whatever?
you have you mean over in UK or they work with ICW in UK and Progress.
Progress. That's what it was.
That's
thinking of.
that's what they work, and then they here it's oh gosh, it's always like the step before people go. Like Drew McIntyre was there before he went to NXT. He came back to NXT. I can't remember the name of it though. There's probably people watching this now, and they're probably yelling at me.
Yeah.
Evolve, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Evolve,
progress. Progress
'Cause
and
it's
evolve.
It's Evolve
Those are
is
the
the
two.
one kind of like where you almost are in WWE,
Yeah.
but not quite.
Yeah.
So that's how Drew kind of got his like redemption matches. People watch Evolve because it's kind of WWE partnership,
Yeah.
and that's kind of how he got
That's where they
in
get
the
a lot
mix
of
again.
talent pool from.
Chris Hero or Cassius Ohno. He was another guy that went there,
Yeah.
and that's how they're starting to
Get that going.
get the potential if they're not watching other matches.
Nerd alert!
That's a lot of information, guys. Absorb it, learn it, love it. That's
No,
why
hey,
wrestling is the best.
I'm glad I brought it up. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm glad. I don't know. It was really surprising. I'm glad Chris Jericho is doing that. I just kind of really it's interesting.
I'll be interested to see what kind of character, like
Yeah.
a new evolution of Jericho. You know, by
he
that
got
time, his
new look.
his hair is gonna probably be at his shoulders.
That's
It's probably
crazy.
gonna go for
man,
like
yeah, like the Lionheart.
he's growing out his hair. So
Gonna go back to Lionheart, man.
oh
Here,
man,
Let's see what he looks like right now.
yeah, because he has that headband that he's wearing, and his hair's
He's got to ditch that headband.
yeah.
He looks like a soccer mom with that thing on.
Oh,
Let
and
me
AJ
see it
Styles is in
again.
a soccer
Let
mom.
me see it.
Hey, I don't deny it.
So that was another thing is his he's gonna be he's actually doing the summer the cruise. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Oh my
He's doing a
God,
cruise. So, yeah, it's bad. It's pretty.
Is that the new like style? Like,
Well, he's gonna
I
make
hope
it.
not.
Hey, you know what? Jericho will make that happen.
I hope not.
He'll make it happen.
Really
Hey
hope
man, if
not.
Enzo can have a bad haircut, why can't he? Right?
Yeah, but Enzo doesn't have a
he doesn't. It
headband.
doesn't look like that.
Like Enzo looks like a freak and not a mom.
Not a
Yeah.
Eh.
But yeah, the whole Jericho thing is, I guess, on his podcast he talked about
Why he did it?
yeah why he wanted. I mean, obviously he went to WWE with the idea, but they were being difficult to work with, so that's why he went to Ring of Honor. And so, like, he's getting Omega to come, the Young Bucks. It's just gonna be a bunch of matches,
Right, and that's what I'm saying. It could
a
be
lot
really,
of celebrity appearances, comedy shows, like actual like wrestling fan comedians like Ron Funches and stuff. Like some good, like it almost makes you. I almost want to go. I just like put me on like the cabin like boat.
Yeah,
I don't even
seriously.
care. It looks.
and
be a
it's
good show.
really cool because like if with Chris Jericho going over there, I mean, he could be honestly just recruiting, dude. I mean, sooner than we
Poaching
know.
from New Japan to bring him to WWE.
Yeah, I mean,
That's why they don't have a
sooner-
problem with it.
Yeah, sooner, I mean, Young Bucks could be on soon. Kenny Omega be on soon. We never know. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know about Kenny Omega.
They make so much money probably right now.
Yeah.
no, I mean, I get that, but I'm sure Chris Jericho's saying, "Hey, dude, like,
He'll get in their ear. But yeah, I mean,
exactly."
there's no hard feelings because it was his birthday. I think today
It
or
was 2 days ago. I
2
think.
days ago, and they
Ooh,
actually in
Chris
WWE.
Jericho's, yeah,
Oh,
and
wow.
WWE said like
Yeah.
"Happy birthday, Chris." So,
Yeah, so there's no
yeah.
like animosity towards
Yeah,
him or
they're-
anything like
they're-
that,
they're
which is
totally
good.
for it.
This is great to know.
WWE frequently posts, like even on Instagram.
I think they did Damien Sandow. I think a couple months back.
WWE does basically, if you've worked there, they say happy birthday to you.
Yeah,
It's very frequently. I mean, they said it's
Well,
Cody
they do
Rhodes.
it. Yeah, they. Yeah.
Here,
they
let me-
did.
Oh yeah, they've
Oh,
done
yeah.
Cody Rhodes. Yeah, I remember now.
Usually,
Although they showed the Montreal Screwjob the other day, it was pretty crazy.
Well, it's 20. It's a 20-year
25th,
anniversary
yeah,
or
20
something.
Oh dang.
It was it was like the 20-something year. Or at
Yeah.
least this year's the 20-something year.
yeah,
the
happy
Canadian
birthday to the
Stampede.
Ayatollah Rock and Rolla. Happy birthday to Ted DiBiase Jr. Let's see what another one is.
Yeah, when
Is
they
he with
showed-
the company anymore?
Junior? No, he left. He's like he does coaching and he has a degree in like business
Kong
administration.
Bundy. Yeah, they at least on Instagram they
Yeah, they do it on
definitely-
Facebook too.
they definitely give their happy birthday
Mhm.
wishes to people.
Oh, that's
is cool.
pretty dope.
When's let's see, when was CM
They won't.
Punk's
They won't do it
birthday?
as
Yeah,
CM
they wouldn't
Punk. I
do-
tell you.
I don't think they did Punk.
October 26th, 29th?
Yeah, it's
Let's
close
see.
to Halloween. I remember.
Yeah, they won't do that as CM
I
Punk.
want to see if I can find that date.
Yeah, because they're doing the whole legal battle still. I don't think that even closed out.
Mm.
But once he
did it to-
returns,
they
it
did
will
it to
close
the Singh
out.
brothers, Samir and Sunil.
Mm-hmm.
They have
Right.
the same birthday.
No, they have different birthdays. They did it to
Maharaja.
I didn't
whichever
know
one
this.
had their birthday on, or like
Which was
last week.
what else was cool is Triple H was on another some I forgot what show he was on. It wasn't WWE though. Wasn't he on it's on Facebook. He was on a low budget one. I don't remember what it was called. I don't want to say it was New
Like,
Japan
it-
or Ring of Honor. It was
European. It was on
was
the
a
European
European
tour,
one,
right? He
right?
did an
Yeah.
interview with someone, and it was like a nice interview. But I didn't.
he went he went out and like did his whole the game intro and shit.
Oh wow.
yeah. it was
Yeah, they
really
definitely
cool.
didn't say happy birthday to CM Punk.
That's what I
What?
thought.
No, man.
Oh yeah.
And
No,
CM Punk probably suing for so. You owe me money.
Respect
Use
me.
my name.
Respect me.
And they're like, it's our name. What's his real name? Paul.
Yeah,
Keith,
Paul.
what? Paul.
It's Paul.
Oh dang! I don't know how I forgot
Something.
that.
Paul Pepsi Man.
No, it's Paul. He was just did UFC under his name too.
Oh, Phil Brooks.
Phil
Phil
Brooks.
Brooks.
Phil
Phil
Brooks.
Brooks. There we go.
Paul is Triple H.
Yeah. Paul
Paul
Levesque. or
Levesque.
Levesque.
Something French.
Oh my gosh, I was listening.
Stephanie Lesque.
Yeah.
What was it? I was listening to Bruce Pritchard talk about the rise of CM Punk,
Yeah.
and the guy, there's the host who kind of like gives him crap for like not like being as honest, And he's like, "Do you think that CM Punk will be in the Hall of Fame?" And he's like, "Yeah, probably." And how about his penis?
Yeah.
Because there's like a lot of rumors of or the dating that he's dated quite a bit of women in the locker room.
Yeah, he dated Beth Phoenix,
Maria Kanellis.
Yeah,
well, now
Maria
she's
Kanellis, AJ Lee, of course, his wife.
Yeah, Lita.
Lita.
Lead? What,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, for a while they were
Damn.
together. Him and Lita were together for a while.
huh? And Beth too.
Mm-hmm.
I think Beth and him were like. It's kind of weird.
God, what is it with
Edge-
him and wanting to date people that Edge dated?
Yeah, that's what I'm
and/or
saying.
is
That's what I was
married
like.
to?
Dang, isn't Edge have a baby with like Beth Phoenix right now?
Yeah,
That's
two
like,
kids. I
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird.
I guess she's finding out what the rated R superstar
yeah.
is all
They're
about.
gonna do
Well,
a
he's finding out
live
with the
sex show.
glamazons.
I know,
Like,
seriously, yeah.
They're gonna do a show on Raw right in the middle of the ring again.
yeah. Except it's her just snapping him in half.
Oh yeah.
ICW.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Well, that
ICW is the one that Finn Balor frequents. Oh yeah, with Pete Dunne. That's right.
Yeah, with Pete
He was with Pete
Dunne.
Dunne. People made a big deal about it because it's an independent show, and the fact that Triple H would even be there is pretty
Pretty
huge.
huge thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Finn Balor showed up there right before his shoulder injury for his return, and people were like, "Oh, he's looking good." That would like kind of like alluded to him coming back. So
Well, AJ was on some promotion in Georgia.
just to talk. I think it was
Yeah,
just
a
to
while,
talk.
a little bit ago when because it was when he had the U.S. title, and yeah, he was there, and I think it was like Dave Meltzer. Someone was like, "That's a big deal that they let him go there and let him bring the U.S. title." Like that
Really?
was like,
Hardys did that too.
yeah, the Hardys did
Hardys
that.
and Jericho both.
Yeah,
But I think they probably are like they have that status
I,
towards like
I feel
Yeah.
like they should no matter what. I mean, why not?
yeah. I mean, hey, if that's how you get people, that's how you get favors from the company. And that's also how you get fans of that company to start liking WWE. It's like, holy crap, WWE had, sent whoever over to
that's what I'm
to
thinking.
this promotion. And it's,
That's what they need to start doing. Like they need like a
Yeah.
B team or like I mean you know what I mean like a B team, not necessarily like terrible, but like wow, like R-Truth showed up at an independent show,
Yeah.
like randomly,
Yeah,
like or,
yeah.
wow, what is Goldust doing
Yeah.
here?
oh my
Yeah.
God, here's Sami Zayn. Like someone like Sami Zayn, I think would be perfect like that.
Yeah, just like
If
as
they
an
were just
ambassador.
randomly just was like, all right, go.
Well, I mean, that's what Chris Jericho's doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just randomly.
Keep it on the down low with that promotion. Maybe that promotion's like, all right, you're gonna go out, you're gonna have a mystery opponent to wrestle. We're not gonna tell you who it is until they come out, and Sami Zayn's music hits. That would make people go nuts, absolutely nuts.
Seriously,
Yeah,
that would.
It would,
And the
it would
Might
people
bring
put
be
more
like-
people behind that wrestler. You know?
Yeah, then they can
Like,
actually watch WWE, the product, and go, oh, that's R-Truth and Goldust. They're actually on the show. So
Yeah.
when I see them out and about, or Baron Corbin, wow, look, he's
Yeah, especially if you send your title holders, that's significant.
Yeah, like Baron Corbin.
Yeah,
Be really good for him.
he could just destroy everybody in the promotion.
Yeah.
I mean, the UK guys do that too. Their whole UK division, they're essentially working house show or working independent shows.
Yeah.
which I'm kind of upset about. Speaking of Pete Dunne, when he made his
yeah, 'cause you were
debut.
saying that you could be a
I-
lot better than when he is.
I mean, they could do a whole stable with him and the other guys, but which they already have in progress. Bring that over because there's a lot of attention already brought over to that. But to put him in 205, like against Enzo, is just like really.
I
Yeah.
I heard that they
It's-
did that because they didn't want to have to fly the entire cruiserweight division.
Of course, no, I get why
And
they
so
did
they
it. I
were
just hope they
like-
don't go. Oh, well, we'll just put him in there then because
Nah, I
that's
don't
why
think they
Hideo wants to
Yeah.
like leave because he got word of the 205.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't heard anything about Hideo.
Yeah, like Hideo's like thinking about going back to Japan because of
I'm
the
surprised they put the UK title on Raw, because now Raw's kind of title heavy. They could have
They are, huh?
they could have
Yeah.
evened it out by having them go on SmackDown.
SmackDown.
that's
But
true.
they kind of want to
feel like
bring
with the
him
UK
on a
title-
bigger stage.
The UK
I think it was just
Raw's
to
like
promote it.
the-
I think it was just more of a
Yeah,
promotional
Raw's
thing.
Well, yeah, but they should
bigger.
change the name with the UK title.
What? What's the UK title?
European,
The
you want a European?
Yeah.
It's not fought in Europe. It's fought in the
Well,
UK.
what's his name? Oh, so that was announced also
That's-
is Pete
Yeah, more
Dunne.
people.
I don't know if it'll be televised, but it's going to be Pete Dunne versus
won't be.
Johnny Gargano.
It's not going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, I
it's
saw that
probably not till
somewhere, yeah.
next. Probably like the NXT.
I
Tape,
don't, I
like
don't
the
even
show, you know, like the following show, like that
Yeah.
Wednesday.
From what I've heard, I don't even think they're gonna televise it,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
in any capacity, which
ABBA.
is dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I
Yeah.
don't know why Gargano's fighting for the UK title.
Well, if it goes, if like if you go back to what Romeo was
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying,
saying.
like if we make it European, I
Make it
mean, the British
European.
Bulldog was like the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then eventually, like someone like Al Snow would have it, and then he would
Chavo
be.
Guerrero.
Yeah, like
Al
Jeff
Snow, he would just
Hardy.
come out every week. He'd be like a bullfighter for 1 week,
Yeah,
then he'd be French the next week. Like
and
he
he
just
have that weird. He had that weird
Where's
head,
everybody
right? That he'd
want?
carry
Yeah.
around.
Mm-hmm.
head.
God.
Everybody need.
What does
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
want?
What does everybody need? But yeah, man, I personally think if you're gonna have a UK title, might as well. I mean, I get it because it's a different style, which I mean makes sense. Just like cruiserweights, it's a different style of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But I
The
mean,
bruiserweight.
yeah,
That's Pete
the
Dunne.
cruiserweights,
No, the bruiserweight.
the bruiserweights.
Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
That was so weird how they had him come out. They played his music and then Kurt
I
Angle.
think they messed up. There was a
walked in.
couple times where I felt like the production value, something was messed up.
Yeah.
Twice. I forgot it was that, and there was something else that got messed up. I can't remember.
They've been having a lot of that this year.
yeah. I don't
production,
know what's
like-
going on with this year.
Yeah.
Like
same
every
thing.
time Asuka comes out, I think it's an error.
Yeah.
You know,
because
they did that
play her-
pause.
Because they have her like Titantron thing up, and then it's like 5 seconds, and then it goes. It does seem like it's a mistake,
It seems like it's a mistake every time. I'm like, oh, botch.
but they've done it enough to where it can't be.
I know, but I want it. I don't know. I would do it to where you turn off the lights and you, that sound comes on.
Yeah.
Like how they do for like Nakamura. Like you hear the first just
Yeah,
strings.
all the lights come off, and then that like I don't even know what it is that green
Yeah.
thing
Oh,
comes up.
lasers,
Yeah, the
whatever.
lasers.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, what else happened, guys?
Let's see on
Oh,
Raw.
AJ Styles won.
I'm trying to run down Raw in my
Because
head.
the teams are almost complete.
Oh, well, didn't
Actually, I have-
Sasha got put on the team.
Yeah.
And there was a look
Yeah.
between
So there's-
Bailey and Sasha, so it's setting up for them to be
Yeah, so there's-
rivalry eventually.
I mean, like I said, it's got to be Bailey gets put on there.
For the
I don't
fifth
see,
member.
Yeah, that
I don't see
she's the
who
only
else
person
would
left.
really
Like
go.
you said,
Or you
unless
just-
it's Paige or something
Yeah,
like that.
unless you
it's-
do Paige,
or,
because that would make Bailey even more angry
Mhm.
at Sasha because she didn't be put on the team.
yeah.
Hey, Bailey should have pinned what's her face, Alicia. Also, okay, Alicia's great.
Oh
She,
yeah,
like, her like
This is your
crazy
captain
person.
speaking.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I
And,
think she should stick to that gimmick. Just being Captain
and
Crazy.
just being a
Captain
a
Crazy.
nutbag.
yeah. Remember when she would just like take everybody's stuff, like JR's hat and just or
Yeah,
JBL's hat
JBL's
And she would like
just
steal
goes
people's
crazy.
drinks
and
and stuff.
popcorn.
It's
Oh my
I could just
God.
see her being like, "I'm the captain," like just snap and just be like,
And she just goes crazy when she loses or something.
Yeah,
Just tears everything up.
Also,
like-
I thought it was funny. Nia came out, they cut the commercial, came back from commercial, and they had the lower third with Total Divas on the bottom. And Nia looks up at the Titantron and goes, "Oh, look, that's me." And then went like that. It was great.
You know, I didn't catch. I don't know for some
You didn't
reason.
see that?
No.
Oh, it was pretty funny. But yeah, she was like leaned in the corner, kind of like this with the ropes. And then, yeah, she looked up because obviously it's playing on the Titantron. And she looked up and they had the lower third. And she's like, "Oh, it's me.
That's great.
I'm so cute." And then went like that.
I know. I have to admit, I was probably like multitasking
Yeah.
on my phone while watching that match. That's probably why I missed it. But for the most, yeah.
It was good.
So you
Did
have-
Sasha do something with her eyebrows? Like that's really weird to say, but the past like couple weeks, her face has looked different, and I really feel like it's something with her eyebrows.
Maybe she drawed it in or
That's
like
what I'm
put
th-
more
I- that's
definition
what I'm
in
thinking.
them. I'm not sure, dude.
Is
Like,
her- I
couldn't
don't
tell
know.
you.
It's
Yeah,
something
heavy
looks different.
makeup.
I
Maybe.
don't know.
the amount of
Heavy
makeup put
makeup.
on.
She still look good though.
I hate
Yeah.
that. I hate that all of them. It has to be WWE wanting them to do this, but all of them having hair extensions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because it's really easy to tell,
Yeah.
and it kind of doesn't look good.
Well, it's easy to tell on her.
I mean,
Because I just feel
definitely
bad
see-
because she spends how many hours probably getting her hair done.
seriously,
Sasha
yeah,
Banks.
like seriously, and like I can tell with Naya as well.
That's why Seth doesn't do the half and half anymore. He's like, I
Yeah.
want to stay. I want to keep my
Naya,
hair
for
one.
instance,
Naya,
it was
I
also-
think it's all recently for her.
It's falling
It
out,
definitely
right?
is. It was killing his hair. I mean, when
Yeah.
you bleach your hair, it, like, you know, I could attest to that. It really does affect your hair. It thins it out.
Yeah.
And so with him going super white with that, yeah, that was just killing that hair. And so he had to
Makes
not
sense.
do that anymore.
Jeez.
Which I mean, it's sad because.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it, but
Yeah.
why do they not have updated pictures of the three of them for the Shield?
It's like older photos.
Yeah, they have like
It
old
is
photos.
way old.
Because they're too lazy to do it.
Especially with Seth. Like, Seth's photo is really, really old. Luckily, they got a shot that's like this side of his face, so you can't see, the blonde.
Yeah.
But it's a super old photo of him.
I mean, they are teasing the whole Shield getting all back together on Monday.
Oh, I mean, they've basically announced Shield versus Noonday.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
official.
Yeah, because Roman just got cleared, I think, today or yesterday.
Really?
He just got
Yeah.
cleared.
Means Bray Wyatt might be.
He already is. He's already
He's
wrestling
already-
live
yeah.
events with.
He already, yeah. I forgot who he wrestled on live.
I
He was
think-
wrestling Triple
think
H,
he's
That's
stay
the
out.
Shield versus the Triple
Yeah,
H.
yeah.
Yeah, he should stay out for a while.
Oh, speaking of that, I saw a clip of Elias with the club, and I think Bo Dallas. I don't know. This is like Bo
Yeah,
Dallas. They're
yeah,
singing
yeah.
Wonderwall,
Yeah, at a house
and actually,
show.
yeah, and
Like
actually they were
Christina?
into it. Everybody was
Oh,
into
yeah.
it. They actually liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Elias was like, "Yeah, it didn't sound half bad, guys."
Which kind of killed it because the guitar on the pole match was a bit much.
That was weird.
Vince Russo, bro.
Why do they do those?
Very
Like,
Vince
oh
Russo.
my God.
It's old school tradition type thing.
Viagra on a
Pole
pole.
match?
I just think I just don't
Bagwell
think
on a pole.
I just don't think they should do it that much.
They shouldn't do it at all. It's,
They had,
it's a dumb match.
They had like 3 of those this year.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like
seriously.
Jason
Also,
Jordan, but
WWE broke another $330 guitar.
That's
So
They did, huh? Like, damn, dude.
still Mitchell guitars.
how you guys liking Jason Jordan? Well, I know you mentioned
Yeah.
it, but how you guys
Yeah.
liking Jason Jordan joining the Raw team?
they could have picked someone else.
I think
really-
I saw it coming.
Do you think there's a possible
He'll
something with
turn.
it? That's what I was
He'll
I
thinking.
think
turn.
so. It could be him causing. It could be a scenario where him and Kurt Angle, the last two, on their
And they're
side,
about
the
to,
Raw
like,
side.
They're about to pin like Shane McMahon or something.
Yeah,
And-
exactly.
Or he gets
It's like,
accidentally
nah.
interfered, like in there. He gets Kurt Angle eliminated, but everybody else stays, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That could happen also.
Oh yeah, do that.
Like it's just between them, so that way it's a new story to break off from the other.
Or
other
they could
three.
have Kurt Angle lose and maybe Triple H helping out Jordan win the match. So then like Jordan will become like the new protege for like Triple
You think
H.
Triple H is gonna be part of the Survivor Series?
I think so.
That
I
would be
think he's
kind
gonna
of.
be part of that
I
match.
think it's just a lot going on. At Survivor
Oh, that
Series.
you
I don't
know
think
what I
he's-
was.
It's the right move for him to come back quite yet.
That'd be a
I
good
don't know.
story. That'd be a good story.
But
though.
I think he might be there to maybe
I mean, I suppose
because maybe
I just-
Stephanie
there's just a
doesn't want
lot
Kurt to
going
be.
on.
Stephanie
that-
being involved.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that'd be kind of a funny thing where Triple H takes him under his wing kind of thing.
Yeah,
Even though
exactly.
Kurt Angle's his dad,
Yeah,
he's like,
that's what I'm thinking.
so why don't you come to me or anything like that? He's like, don't worry about it, Dad. Like I still listen to you, but Triple H just has that insight. And then eventually it's like,
Like a jealousy thing.
yeah, and then eventually
And
it's
Kurt
gonna
be
have to
like,
be
"Well,
either
I
Jason
kissed your
Jordan,
wife years
Angle. We have Triple H versus Angle. Yeah, I mean it sets up so many different
It does set
matches
up
if
a lot
that's
of
the
stuff.
case.
Yeah.
Triple
So-
H and Kurt Angle at WrestleMania. Man.
Oof.
Big match right there.
Yeah, it is a big match.
Breezango and the Ascension had another pretty funny
Big-
segment.
yeah.
The Ascension made Breezango sign a BFF contract. They are now
Yo, the Ascension are
Zongo.
confusing, man. They're like, what are
They
they?
carry him
Like,
on the
so
shoulder.
great.
Everything.
I honestly think they should.
I just
At
think
one
it's
point,
so.
they were the hottest tag team coming out of NXT. Now they're just a joke.
I just think it's funny that they continue to have them wear their like normal getup.
Yeah,
Like those are their outfits,
For,
and they
like-
like
for,
put their
like, not
face
even-
paint on in the morning when they wake up, and
Oh
and
my
that's how it
goodness.
is.
Just watch an NXT match of those guys, like the Ascension. It's just amazing.
I'm
Like-
sure. Yeah.
And then
Now
when they
they're
came,
just-
they
now they're just
killed them
comedian
when they
acts,
came.
like-
It's so funny though. I
That's
love
crazy,
them.
dude.
Yeah,
They're good
I
at
think
it.
it's I think it's messed up, to be honest.
Oh no, I think it's great.
It is, dude. Like,
Sorry,
dude.
Matt. To
Hey, they're getting a paycheck, and
They
they're on,
are,
and they're on
but
everybody's
SmackDown
getting
they could be
every
they
week.
could be
Everybody's
way-
SmackDown
they could
every
be,
week.
They could be the biggest heel on SmackDown.
They could be, or they could film a 4-minute long segment and be done,
No.
at
and
the
then
end
just
of the
be and
day,
get to be goofy.
I heard they
a
might
lot
get
of
rid of
these
the Bludgeon
wrestlers, yeah,
Brothers.
they
I
get
think-
checks, you know.
I
But
think
Oh, when did the
It's-
Bludgeon? Wait,
I heard they might drop the gimmick.
what
weren't they
gimmick?
supposed to debut last week?
Yeah,
Who?
I think
No,
they might be dropping. They might just make them Harper, and
No.
they might just make them how they were before.
I wanted the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah, I
They were
think they
sweet.
might just drop the gimmick
Are you
what a
serious?
waste.
because the vignettes aren't like
What?
like grabbing as much as they thought they probably
No.
would.
Makes
That's like what
sense.
they did with Emelina.
Yeah.
She just
Yeah.
came out for that one.
Well, Luke Harper could just probably go by himself. I mean,
Yeah,
personally,
Rowan's
He should have been by himself.
Rowan's
a long
not
time
much
ago.
of like him being by himself didn't really do anything. I
he
think,
did do the like on Talking Smack. He did that psycho clown kind of gimmick where
Yeah.
he had all these sheep masks and they're all different. Like there's a clown one, there was one that was like the steampunk one.
Yeah,
and
but
then if he stuck to that, then that would be a total. That's his character, and I agree with it. But then Luke Harper should just come out as Luke Harper. You gotta stop.
yeah,
He's very marketable. He's very
He
marketable.
is. He is.
You know, doing that, yeah, like that kind of stuff. Yeah, like seriously, put that on. Like,
With his
put-
eyes really big.
Yeah, no, dude, he's Luke Harper's money, man. He's just
So-
it's just not they're not using them right.
You know why he has a bald spot, right?
No, I
That's
don't.
those
Because
scars.
he's old.
There's scars. Actually,
Damn.
there's this legendary like backyard wrestling guy. His name's Necro Butcher, and it's for CZW, and they would fight, and he cut up his back of his head, like really bad.
Damn.
So that's why it's scarred up, and it's no hair there.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's why he's the man.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why he's a Bludgeon Brother.
No, forget
Like
the Bludgeon Brothers.
Brothers.
Some sort. I'm surprised Dean Ambrose is like put together because he came.
That's what
They
I'm
came from.
saying,
They came from
yeah.
the same background, the CZW,
yeah.
like that stuff. So
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna
oof,
say
that stuff is like intense.
too
I can't
much.
even watch it sometimes. It's
Mhm.
I don't know how. Like I said, man, that's why I give Dean the best person from She-Hulk. But
I'm a
guy
Rollins.
right
I'm a
there.
Rollins guy.
Rollins is great.
Okay, right.
I just
Rollins?
think. I just
you know
think.
this guy?
I just think.
Is
Oh,
that your Ambrose?
I didn't even know you were wearing that shirt.
Oh man, you should have just wore the Ambrose shirt. That would have been our Halloween.
He's
right
got one
there.
weakness: meningitis.
Yep.
Dean, I'm saying, Dean, dude,
It's his
Dean can take.
kryptonite, being the Samoan Steve
Yeah,
man.
Dean has a
Dean,
weakness,
Dean
too.
can take any type of hit.
He just needs to be a
anywhere,
heel
and
already.
Dean's the titty master.
He's a yeah.
That's who Dean is.
He's a titty master too. He's the man.
He needs
dude.
to be a heel.
He's
If
a
anybody needs a
Renee
turn-
Young
I don't think.
master.
I don't think,
Ambrose.
I don't think you can make him heel though, because
Oh
it's
my
like, he's
gosh,
like,
he'd be a
No, I-
great heel. Dean Ambrose.
I
Oh,
just feel
yeah.
like I feel like
He's a
with
natural
hardcore-
heel.
I just feel like with hardcore guys, they always tend to be faces no matter what.
He does that whole anti-hero thing. Like
Yeah.
that's
I suppose.
I feel like he could take
It'd just be like
him
a,
being a heel. He could take it to a whole nother level.
yeah.
I'm sure he can.
He can
I
take
just
it to a
like I
whole
said,
nother level.
guys, people
He's
that
like he's chaotic
people
good.
love.
That's what he is.
Yeah, people love to see.
He's gotten so
people-
much better too. Like when they show the old promos of like
Mhm.
the Shield and stuff like that.
He
He,
barely
like-
spoke. Yeah.
Yeah, like
No,
Roman
he was
Reigns.
just,
Like Roman Reigns
speak
it got a lot
slow.
better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dean Ambrose was like really intense. He was like almost like the almost leader. Like when you watched that.
Oh yeah.
But I think people got in his ears over the years and like kind
He
of.
thought he was
like
the
to-
big yeah.
But like, I mean, it would be.
But
Yeah.
he wasn't the architect.
I just feel like.
Nope.
Yeah, but, yeah,
Mr.
But you
Bean.
saw it slowly shifting where we kind of saw Roman was gonna be
They
the
all
guy they were
they
gonna
all
push.
they all three over time had their
they're probably
moments.
the best.
Of,
They're
But
probably
then-
the only like faction where. Well. Yeah, actually, no. Evolution was pretty big too, but for all three to be really big, like to even be champ, all 3 of them was pretty. It's pretty crazy in my eyes. Like.
Yeah, and, like every belt too. Like
Yeah, and they were all like relevant
In the modern,
past-
you're talking about like
in the modern
currently,
years, yeah.
like as far
currently.
as the group,
So
the
I
last
know,
couple
like
years.
Evolution was big. DX was. No,
yeah,
was-
evolution.
Nation of Domination,
NWO.
hmm
Corporate Ministry. There's so many different ones.
No, I get what you're saying.
No, I
like,
totally get it, because all of them won, like there was people that won titles but not as big stars, like face value, like face wise. I get what you're saying, because it's like WWE is always about who's going to be like the face of the all
group.
three of them are.
Yeah.
Like you see the cup, I have a cup, it's all three of their faces. That's definitely going to be on there. So
Yeah.
Because like when you think of DX, you think of Triple H, Shawn Michaels.
they're the only
mean,
two that are going to be on the cup.
well,
You're not going to
yeah,
put X-Pac
I
on
mean,
the cup.
I think
you
a
know?
Road Dogg sometimes.
I mean, yeah.
For
I mean,
comedy.
they were in the
Shake, rattle, roll. He does that one.
You know,
Punch,
Yeah. but like Evolution, dude, they all were champs.
Evolution.
So,
yeah, you think of all of them.
Who else?
Evolution was just great because
I want
you
another
had, like,
faction like that, or
the
they just take all the
Mentor.
belts.
Huh?
I just want another
That's what I've been
faction
trying to say. That's what I've been
that just
wanting.
they just take all the belts.
Yeah, and I don't know why they haven't. I thought
Vince
they were
doesn't
gonna do
like
that with Mr. Raj.
Yeah, I know.
Vince
thought-
doesn't like stables.
Forget Vince.
That's why. No,
Because he has to pay. He has to pay more money to have more people on
No, I
screen.
know.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
It would have been cool if Mr. Raj did that because I think it could have gotten bigger. It would have been cool to have.
Curtis Axel's getting somewhat of a good buzz.
He
I mean,
no, I just think they should have tag titles. I mean,
yeah, give it to Bo and
It would have been
Curtis.
cool to have, yeah, and then like.
Because Curtis can go. It's just that I think now he just found the right character, and I think that'll like, it would work.
Yeah, I even thought Titus Worldwide would have been cool to have like
That would have been a cool stable.
cruiserweight and like a cruiserweight and like a I don't know IC
Mid-card.
title or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It sucks.
They
But
don't like.
it is what it
Apparently, they
is.
don't like Apollo Crews or something. They have
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
they're jobbing him out.
But Titus O'Neil's. I like Titus O'Neil, man. He could have a great. I don't know. He's missing something. He could do it though. I don't see
So that's why
not.
they're using his advantage. The problem is he's very stiff in the ring, so no one wants to wrestle him because they don't want to get hurt by Titus because he's very
also like
stiff.
6'7", so I don't know how agile people expect a 6'7"
He's
dude to
really
be.
agile for. I mean,
He's just-
considering.
yeah, he does look kind of stiff. He's
I mean,
kinda
they'd be like,
at-
"Oh man, I don't want to wrestle Kane or the Big Show because they're stiff." It's like, no shit.
Well, it's like certain people
It's
like.
hard for someone that big to move like a 5'11".
Well, I mean, Kurt
cruiserweight.
Angle. That's why Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels they only had like only one match or something, or like a
Braun
one.
Strowman's pretty agile.
Yeah,
Mhm.
one
They're a big
legit
dude,
match.
Too. He just moves everywhere.
Yeah, Braun.
He runs like a cruiserweight.
Braun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially when he
freaking
runs on top of a
fast.
limousine.
Yeah, he's
Like I said,
over the
I've
limousines.
never seen a guy that big do a kip. What's it called?
Kip up.
Yeah. Kip
Yeah.
up. It's amazing.
Well, you heard the story about that, right?
No,
Remember?
what was the story?
So I guess they were all in the back. Everyone was betting on it. I guess like all the like, and this is Japan, I think, when he did the kip up.
Uh-huh.
So they're like, oh, I've seen him do it before. Like I think so. One of the guys said, yeah, I've seen him do it before. And I guess everybody was like betting like would he be able to do it? And so everybody's I guess peeking through the curtains and stuff. I heard Kevin Owens was like going nuts in the back. And then the fact that he actually did the kip up, like everybody just lost their minds.
'Cause that's
But yeah,
a big dude.
Yeah, oh,
doing
yeah.
some kind of.
Yeah, Braun's probably the most improved this year.
he's the top
Oh,
babyface.
absolutely.
Top babyface of
Like if I had
I
WWE.
don't know if I'd
What
call
is-
him
what are
that,
the
but
slang-
Yeah, I guess
Nah, I
he
don't know about
is.
top
huh?
babyface.
People, well, again, when it was the whole Roman Reigns and him, he was a top babyface.
just because people cheer him does not make him a babyface.
Thank you, Strowman.
No.
Thank you, Strowman.
Yeah, he's got a good point. I think Braun, and he hasn't had a title yet, which is crazy.
He's
in
got
my
great
eyes.
marketability to him, though. Like, if they really wanted to put this, like,
He
the
should have.
title,
He should have the IC title, man.
some kind of belt, right?
Yeah,
Something,
why not?
man.
Give him the IC title. Because I've been
I
saying
just don't
Miz
want
should
them.
be in
I just
the
don't want them to
world
use him.
title picture.
I don't want them to like die off and use him, and they're gonna use him
But-
as a comedy act,
No, but the build that they're
like Great
using.
Khali.
like Hell No, like Team Hell No.
I know, like the Punjabi
Yeah,
prince.
and that's what I'm
no,
scared
the
of.
Punjabi Playboy.
Like the, Punjabi
Punjabi
Or
Playboy.
my 2018 calendar where every day is Rusev Day.
Yes.
Dude, every day is Rusev Day.
That's why I'm just like
I
just
love
don't want,
Rusev.
I don't want that.
He could
happening
have been the
with
fifth
Braun.
member. Like,
Rusev-
as much as I like John John Cena. I mean,
Rusev on Twitter is the best version of Rusev.
I've seen him like on Total Divas. I've seen him on stuff that's not wrestling.
Jeez, I can't imagine him on Total Divas.
He's great. He's great on
He's
there.
really great.
And it's all stuff he says. I just wish
Does he sound like fluent English? Like,
yeah, he's good at English. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, he sounds like an Eastern European dude.
Yeah, he's like, oh, look at my legs. They're so big. Look how thick they are.
Look at my legs are so big.
Like, he literally would like tell
there
Lana,
was either
like,
an Instagram or a Twitter post where he and Lana were sitting on like the edge of a bed, and I can't remember what it was, WWE posted the photo and then he retweeted the photo and said something like, "Oh look, Lana's knees were bruised. You know what that means?"
yeah, he
Oh
doesn't.
my god!
he wasn't just doing the
Rusev on
acolyte.
Twitter is awesome.
Dang.
Well, that's why it's him.
I
It's
don't
him.
think Lana's
He's
too
pretty much
happy
going
about
like
that.
taking care of
Like, what the
himself.
hell?
Even
Sitting
Kevin
on the couch
Owens.
tonight.
Kevin Owens just put out a tweet about being at the concert of Imagine Dragons, and one of the hashtags was Rusev Day. So he recognizes Rusev Day as
Oh
well.
man.
Because
I think it's a cool thing when you're on SmackDown.
Luke
They gotta
Luke
push
Harper
him.
this Tuesday sent out a tweet that said, "It's Tuesday. You know what that means." Rusev replied, "It's Rusev Day, bud."
No, because Luke Harper has an ongoing thing. He goes, "It's Monday. You know what that means.
Yeah.
It's Thursday. You know what that means." And that's all he says. So that's like his thing.
He had 2 days ago, he had a tweet that said, "Congrats to my friend John Cena who qualified for the Survivor Series fair and square. Go get them, Tiger."
Oh yeah, Rusev said that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I still don't get why John Cena was part of SmackDown.
It's great.
I think Push Rusev. I was saying Push Rusev 2017. I think my new campaign's for 2018.
No, I think he's.
I like Rusev.
He's
Rusev's
so.
He has one of the
Rusev.
best US. He has one of the best US title reigns, but other than that, you can't do much with him. He.
The whole thing with Enzo and Cass was pretty entertaining. The whole like Lana having him go to Enzo go to the
that was
room.
I don't. It was alright. You can't do.
It was
much
Lana
with
who
him,
kind of
man.
messed everything
Yeah,
up
yeah. You can't.
What?
You can't do much with Rusev.
because she posted that photo of them being married and engaged when they were in that
when the Summer
storyline
Rae thing.
with the
Yeah.
whole Summer Rae.
Yeah, he got in trouble for that, huh?
Big time.
He also
I mean, everybody does it now. I don't know why they single him out. Like, freaking,
Because they know better not to do it. Like,
I mean, they put Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella on freaking Total Divas, showing out they're getting married and whatnot. You know,
Shoot, John
all these
Cena.
other wrestlers are dating. Dean Ambrose is dating freaking
the executive
Renee
producer of
Young.
the show
John
is
Cena
Nikki and
proposed
Brie
in
Bella.
WrestleMania.
The executive producer of Total Divas and Total Bellas
That's
is
still
the Bella
they're
twins.
showcasing
It's
their
crazy. They have their own
freaking
show.
life story. You know, what's
They're
going on.
entertaining. Like, I mean, they're
I
not
don't,
be all
I don't,
fake.
I don't watch Total Divas. I mean, I've only seen like probably one
I watched.
episode. of
I
Total
watched
Divas.
the
I
first
watched
Total
season.
Divas is pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually, I watched the
pretty
first season,
good.
but then it just got too much.
I don't know. I just don't
Reality
like. I don't
TV,
like.
It's
I don't
on
like
E,
shows
of
like
course
that.
it
I don't
is.
like shows like. I just don't like E.
The only thing I hate about it is just
The only thing from E I used
what's
to watch
good
was
for
The Soup.
WWE. It's bad for
Oh, yeah.
WWE. It's
Talk
just too much
Soup, The Soup.
exposure of what's going on.
It's just like I don't really care where they're like. I don't care where Naomi goes to shop. Like I'm just like. Okay.
that's reality
That's-
TV.
Well, I care.
Well, no, the only reason I think
Tiffany's history.
no, you know why I like it is because I like how they show like backstage.
that's
cool.
what
And
I like.
I like to see like random
That's what
wrestlers in the background.
yeah,
and I'm like, oh, that's so and so.
That's
That's what I
true,
watch
and
it
I do
for,
like
yeah.
how like they actually like what they're actually like feuding about. Like you get to see like they really do hate each other.
Mhm.
You know, that stuff like that's cool.
Like the,
but part of
Miz-
But I like to see like how it works in the back too. Like they had I think it was the first season. Naomi was upset of how they were using her. So then she
Yeah,
went
that
to go
makes
talk
sense.
to the
yeah,
the one of the directors or
creating the
something.
entrance
Yeah,
and everything
exactly.
like that. Yeah.
And it's great. I think I don't know if it was her or Paige or somebody sat down with
well,
Stephanie
didn't
McMahon.
didn't Lana
on one
have that
episode.
idea for Naomi to, or she had like the glow in the dark idea from the get go?
Yeah, I think
which is
so.
crazy.
That's you see,
So
like
imagine if
I like
Lana
it
had
like
that.
Yeah,
She
Oh,
could have been, yeah.
See, Lana should have took it for
That's what I'm
herself.
saying. Like Lana could have been.
She shoulda
Well, they were
took it
trying
for
to give
herself.
Lana the Emelina.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Naomi
that
was the one that
makes
came
sense.
up with the whole glow thing. I don't think that
Mhm.
was
Oh,
ever.
it wasn't Lana?
No,
No.
that
It
was
wasn't
never
Lana?
Lana. No,
Oh.
No, it was Naomi.
it was Naomi completely. She pulled what's his face, Mark Corona,
Mhm.
Carano, yeah.
Carano, pulled him aside and was
The
like,
most
"Look,"
thankless job, man.
Yeah.
That's the toughest job
Yeah.
ever.
she pulled him aside and was like, "Look, I have an idea for a character,"
Mhm.
and he was like, "All right, let's hear it." And then she like had a meeting with creative, and he came back and was like, "All right, they want to demo it. Like, get the stuff ready.
Mhm.
They want to demo it," and then they loved it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's good, you know. It's really good. It's a really good gimmick, you know, for her. But
I know.
that's
they-
what I like watching. I used to, but then it just came too dramatic, and I didn't like it either because I think they were, WWE was exposing himself a little too much as far as like,
Well, it really hurt Paige. I know that because Cage. I don't know why I said Cage.
It's okay.
Her like entire character was, she's like the anti diva, and she's
I know.
not.
I didn't understand
not
that
this
she signed on
prissy
for
girl
it.
and all
Yeah.
of that. When in reality, yeah, she's prissy,
Mhm.
and very much so, and it definitely affected her character to see that sort of side of
that's
her.
what I'm saying. Like
I remember,
knowing who they
But,
actually
you know.
are kind of mess up what you're watching on TV. Like
Mhm.
I don't like that.
I don't
person,
know.
you
I don't know. Cause like there
you
was a
know?
time I was watching. I think it was like Natalia was in there. It was probably the only time I watched, and they were like showing Tyson Kidd,
Mhm.
and like you could just see like I don't know how like
He's so over it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like
Mhm.
I kind of like felt bad. I was like, man, leave him alone. Like
yeah.
Tyson's great though.
Well, that's the thing. They even like they talked about pay. Like I guess there was a little thing with him and Mark Carano last season,
Mhm.
and he's like, no, like they really like sympathize with her. They'll do whatever it takes to like just get her on the right path, because they're like, look, she was 19 years old. She came from England to the United States, like
Yeah.
not knowing a single person here, and then you're gonna learn how to wrestle,
Mhm.
and then now you're like this big star. It's like, man, like even I like.
He's just like.
I mean,
just
I'm
to do all
34
that.
now. I can only imagine like my like 21-year-old brain like handling all this.
Oh yeah,
like
that's a
a
huge
lot.
amount
you know,
of change.
Who is the youngest star? I wonder who's the youngest star right now.
Tyler Bate.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
He's like
and he,
19 or
like-
20.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's really young.
Yeah,
He's
he was
NXT?
19 when he won the UK title.
Wow.
He was the first UK champion, and then then he just turned 20 maybe a couple months ago.
That's crazy.
19 is when you can start. Oh, and Leo Rush, that's the new guy from NXT. He's 22.
Is it the dude that
Talked about Emma.
yeah, what a fucking idiot. He's
Yeah.
lucky he still has a job.
I was surprised that
What
they didn't just
happened?
get rid of him.
He like the day that Emma was released, I'll have to find the tweet, but he tweeted out something that was all along the lines of something about her match with Asuka. I can't remember.
That's why no one's ready for Asuka, or I guess
yeah,
not
it was
everybody's
like I
ready
guess
for
you weren't that, or
Asuka.
it's like I guess no one's really ready for Asuka or whatever, and it was just like right after Emma got released, and everybody, like a lot of people at WWE, Peyton Royce tweeted at him and was like, "You're pretty new here. You should probably shut your mouth."
Even main roster guys.
Oh yeah, a lot of main roster, a lot of
Wow.
legends were tweeting at him like, "You really need to learn when to shut up."
Mhm.
And then he tried to backtrack and say like, "Oh, everyone
I'm sorry,
yeah,
guys."
everyone, that's not what I meant. Everyone is
Mhm.
changing what I meant." Didn't apologize,
Mhm.
or at least not that I remember. And yeah, just
Like, what was he trying to say? Something about the
he
match?
claimed
or was
he claimed that he was just trying to make a joke because like
Being
the
a
joke about
smartass.
Asuka is like, no one's ever really prepared for her and
it?
whatnot.
Oh, okay.
But it's just like, seriously,
Mhm.
like the couple people just are out of jobs,
Mhm.
and you're trying to and you're joking about it, and you're a fresh guy in NXT. It's
Mhm.
kind of like learn your place.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
Yeah.
a great wrestler though. I think it's because he's lucky that he's as good as he is.
At that
Yeah.
age too, like
Yeah.
you think you're the
He's-
shit
he-
right away. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he could have been.
He's a quick learner. He's actually
Really?
really like I saw was it 2 weeks ago, or was it 2 weeks ago? The NXT. He got beat up he got attacked by Velveteen.
I was gonna say Velveteen's pretty young too.
Yeah, he's probably 21, 22 also.
Yeah.
But he had his first match.
Which, by the way, Velveteen Dream is just like a crazy gimmick.
Well,
I can't even
but
get
that's a
into
good
that.
build for him and Aleister Black.
Yeah, no, it's a
That's
great,
a great
yeah, it is a
build
great
for
build. I was gonna
NXT.
say.
I
But
still
anyways,
really my favorite Velveteen Dream thing is Aleister Black's doing his entrance, and they have the camera framed, and then you just see Velveteen just pop up right behind him really quickly. It was just so funny looking.
He's like, say my name.
Because it's Aleister looking all serious, and all of a sudden you see, boop, like a prairie dog just popped up right behind him.
He tied him up in the ropes, and then he kept on slapping him, just like straight, hard slaps. Aleister Black.
What's his finish? Velveteen's finisher. It's pretty.
Is it called the Velveteen Dream? 'Cause
I
it should
don't
be.
remember, but it
It'd be
was
a
like
sweet
something
name
pretty
for it.
crazy. I remember,
Velveteen.
I
Something-
remember
some
watching it and I was like, man,
Prince
that
thing.
looks really cool. But it was, I don't know. He's got.
Well, I'm glad he found a gimmick because he was trying to find something, and he even did like a Trump gimmick and stuff like
Trump?
that. Yeah, like he was trying that, and that obviously got scratched real quick.
I don't know how that would have worked out, but yeah.
It was just the oxymoron of it, I guess, or the ironic,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
So,
I don't know,
but this Velveteen Dream thing is pretty cool for
It is.
a character like Aleister Black who just ignores him and then finally like attack, sees him, but doesn't say his name,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing.
There's a lot of gimmicks, man. I wish they could use, but I don't know why they won't. Like the gangster
should,
thing. and the- what would your like gimmick you would wish?
What?
Like if you had a gimmick.
I don't know. The fucking awesome dude.
That's been done though, dude. Come on, man. I don't know. I feel like there's like a bunch. There's a bunch of gimmicks that I wish could happen. They just
Yeah.
haven't done.
I like the
So what's your- so
I
what
like
would
the
be yours,
post-apocalyptic.
Roman?
Mine
thing.
would be like a dope, just a cool gangster, dude. Like a.
That's what I say. Like a
Chicago.
fucking awesome
Maybe
dude.
a
like
Chicago
a
gangster.
Chicago New York
Oh,
gangster,
man.
you know?
Well, we have to be careful with that because the whole
Enzo thing, I know.
no, not even that. Remember years back when Cena got stabbed?
Oh,
There was a
yeah.
SmackDown where Carlito had his cousin or somebody.
Oh yeah, and
And
he has the freaking
he stabbed whatever John Cena. Everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, he just got stabbed." There's no word.
There's that, and then I was thinking like, you have like I don't know if they've ever done this, but like someone that's just like, I don't know. In my head, have you ever seen the movie Unleashed?
Nope.
You never seen it? Okay, it's with Jet Li, and like he wears a collar, and then like
Oh,
when he wears the collar, he's
dominatrix.
like very chill. No, but
No,
he's
but-
chill. But when he takes off the leash, he just goes crazy.
Like
And so you could
Festus.
do a lot. Yeah, like Festus. They need to bring that back.
Carl
No.
Anderson.
No.
I heard that. I was listening to some interview he's doing. I guess Vince didn't even realize it was Festus.
Yeah.
Like he's like, "Wait, you played?" And he's like, "Don't say anything."
Yeah, it was. I think someone asked Luke Gallows like, what was it like to play Festus, and did Vince mention anything when he came back?
Oh yeah.
And Luke was like, I don't even think Vince realizes that I was Festus, and he was
Someone
like,
always threatens him all
and
the time.
and he was like, don't tell Vince I was Festus, please.
But no, that's a cool gimmick because then you can have a manager with it. Like I don't know, man.
It's a weird gimmick.
It was
Like
pretty
the Festus
entertaining.
thing
I know
was
what you're
pretty
talking
It was
about.
kind of
Yeah.
it was kind of offensive.
It's
was
just
like-
a little
It's kind of
bit.
like
Here's this-
like the Wyatt. It's kind of like Bray Wyatt.
here's
It's
this
like
It
mental-
kind of remind me of Mice and Men, like
I mean,
Lenny,
that's essentially
Lenny and,
that's essentially what it what
Yeah.
it kind of was. Like, here's this mentally challenged guy with his kind of
like-
smarter handler, and he has I don't know PTSD flashbacks when he hears the
just
bell
like Eugene,
ring.
Bell ring.
like Eugene, like
Eugene
that
was
was
pretty.
offensive.
That was
Eugene was
real
pretty-
offensive.
he does
Offensive.
everybody's finishers
Was
and
he-
stuff.
Oh man.
It's actually based. I guess I was I was listening to something to where it's actually based on a real person. So I guess there's a certain area they would go to, and I guess the guy who's special needs would would always go to the shows. I guess he was younger, but up to like he was even an adult. So that's how they kind of got this
Well,
gimmick
that's cool, man.
of
yeah.
using. So Eugene was the actual kid's name, I think, too.
Oh, okay.
So-
that's not okay.
As bad
That
as
was
it
cool,
was,
because I remember-
That redeems the
Yeah,
Eugene.
But
thing a little bit.
I even liked.
Yeah.
I forgot the dude's name, but he had the one leg and like he would do the flip.
Oh, Zach Gowen,
Yeah, that was
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
cool
Oh
too.
yeah, that's right.
the one leg, and then there's a great video of Brock Lesnar beating the crap out of him.
Yeah.
With his
He,
mom
like,
in the
at
front
the-
row.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He liked
another
that
homework
part.
assignment
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Brock,
is
at one point they were outside of the ring, and I think Brock looked at his mom and said something like, "I'm gonna
Didn't he
beat
beat
I'm
him
gonna-
up with
I
his
was like,
leg?
Brock said like, "I'm gonna beat your kid up with his leg" or something like
Yeah.
that.
he did the leg, he did a
Yeah.
chair. It was
Oh
like
my god.
they
I
must
do
have
remember that.
gave him some like extra dough for
Oh,
that
yeah, I
night.
think
like,
they did. I think
just
they
like,
did.
Here you
But
go.
the mom was
Kinda.
not very happy
Yeah,
about
pleased
that.
with that. I
No,
wouldn't
she
either.
looked very
Look, I paid
disturbed.
the rent for the next 4 months.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
God.
no, there's been some crazy gimmicks, man. What else?
We should update our power rankings sometime in the next couple episodes.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
now-
Maybe
yeah,
after
we did,
Survivor
huh?
Series.
What do you call it? There's a guy. So there's a guy that used to be a former UFC fighter. His name's Matt Riddle, and
Sounds familiar.
okay, so he decided to quit UFC, learn wrestling. He's been doing about like he did training less than a year now. He's like one of the top indie guys. So he's a fast track learner. Like
Obviously,
he's already
yeah.
on their radar, but he's the problem is that he likes to smoke a lot of weed.
No, so he's
It's
RVD.
Yeah, so like RVD, but of course WWE's. But his whole thing is he'll come out like
He's a weed guy. is his
yeah.
gimmick.
So like when say for example like the entranceway.
I
It's,
I
like,
honestly
full of
think.
smoke or
I
whatever.
honestly think. Well, yeah, that would be dope. But
No, but he
I
comes out.
honestly-
He's like, "What? Whoa!"
I'm
like,
Russell.
almost like, yeah, like I'm. Oh, hey guys, what are you guys doing here? He
should
has like that look like
please
every
do that
time.
gimmick.
honestly,
in my room.
honestly, with the
He's
way
like,
like that stuff's getting
"Whoa."
accepted, I'm why not?
Why not? Pull it.
I would say
Yeah,
go
do
for
it.
it because he's actually. It's amazing because he looks like a UFC fighter and then he wrestles with no shoes,
Interesting.
like barefoot.
Like
But the
Rusev?
only problem is he has
yeah,
like
like
this
Rusev.
gnarly mushroom tattoo on his side, so they'll have to like probably put him in a singlet
Ew.
or get it removed.
Oh,
It's a
man.
gnarly mushroom like
I don't know, I think
psychedelic
like a-
tattoo.
Yeah, I think like dude love like as a stoner type wrestler if they were to do one
Mhm.
that gimmick. I don't know, but maybe in a singlet that'd be cool too.
Like, whoa, what do you guys? Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey Vince.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
Oh
that'd be awesome.
So we're what 1 week from Survivor
Yeah,
Series.
1 week
now?
from Survivor Series. It's gonna be Lath against Matt Angel for the belt,
right.
Oof.
while the loser of that will also be competing against me and Aaron for Money in the
Money
Bank,
in the
which is
Bank.
gonna be really cool. That's up for grabs as
You know what
well.
would be the greatest timeline? Lath wins the belt, I win Money in the Bank, and then I cash in.
Just right the same.
Oh man, that's gonna be my thing. If I win Money in the Bank, I'm cashing in immediately.
I was one time I won both.
Dang.
Yeah.
He did.
Although you
huh?
decided to vacate the belt.
Yeah,
He did.
Oh, that
then
was
I
nice.
lost.
That was nice of you.
it was
Mm-hmm.
You wanna retire on top like Oscar? Just like,
pretty much. So technically, I never really lost the belt. If you want
Wow.
to think like
Jeez.
that.
Yeah, that's
But-
true. I guess.
Sure.
I guess.
Yeah, so it's good history we've had
It'll be,
here.
it'll be
Oh.
interesting.
But then I lost the Money in the Bank, so also
Yeah.
that too.
That was
So,
Oh, I
great.
need to think of
times.
another.
It's crazy
need-
times, man.
I need to think of another question.
Oh, I already got my question. Oh, so yeah, if you win the Money in the Bank, I don't know if you know
I'll
how
have a
we do it.
question.
Yeah, whoever's you.
I'll keep it strictly WWE.
Basically-
I know.
Yeah,
I'll
we-
keep it
we
strictly
tried to-
WWE.
Yeah,
For the
we-
most part.
Yes.
Yeah, we
It's
tried.
not-
to,
it would be unfair. So.
But he got me on one. That was crazy.
Yeah, dude.
It was
It was.
it was. I'm gonna ask you. I want to see if you know. You probably would know. But who has the most matches in one night?
Ooh, I think you asked me this already, and it was for the tournament, right? It was
Yeah.
was it Macho Man?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Macho
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. It was a tournament Macho Man.
It was WrestleMania 4, I believe. I think it was.
He had 4
was that
matches in one night. It's crazy.
That's why he's
Wow.
the man. He's in my Mount Rushmore. I should have said.
I
I
should
should
have
have
said
added
that too.
that.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
in my
Now that I think about it, like we're
So
talking
many
about.
guys, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Everybody's in the Mount
it's like why don't we just make them?
It's not Mount Rushmore. It's like the presidents. Who are
Yeah,
the presidents of? Who are the presidents of WWE? But yeah, man.
Oh man.
Next week should be awesome. We got your prediction show coming out for Survivor Series. It's gonna
Oh
be
yeah, I
awesome.
can't wait for that.
All right, it's gonna be
Especially-
full of lots of predictions.
Especially after Raw and SmackDown, like
Mhm.
everything could change. We're talking this
Exactly.
now.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happened a couple weeks ago. I
Kurt
mean, look
Angle
how
could be
everything
champ for all we
changes.
know. I mean, shit.
It's true. It's
Yeah, who
true.
knows, dude?
Could be Kurt Angle against AJ, which would be
Or have or yeah some. Or like have it where well that'd be great if Kurt Angle and Lesnar got into it again
that'd be
to make
freaking
up for
awesome.
that match at WrestleMania.
But yeah, man, a lot of predictions could happen. That's why I like.
Oh,
I'm gonna like next week's episode. Oh, jeez.
she looks
Hey,
a lot better doing it, but
I know she does.
Any? It's okay. Any last comments, guys?
Stay
You
tuned.
have a great Veterans Day. For
yes,
the vets
happy
out there.
Veterans Day. Thank
Champ.
you
Happy
guys for all your
Veterans Day.
service.
Yeah, thank you for your service.
Keep watching
Thank you.
wrestling.
And yeah, you guys take care. You guys keep watching wrestling, and
My new motto is gonna be then, now, forever, champion. Just like AJ Styles.
Oh, I'm gonna have to come.
Then
I'm gonna
now,
come
forgotten.
strong.
Oh, Lex, Lex coming in, man. Lex got a good. I don't know, man. You
Yeah,
should
he's
be
coming with
careful.
the heat.
One for
He's
one.
coming in.
with the
He's-
heat.
he's-
One for
he's,
one. One for one.
Seriously, man. I don't know. I'd be scared. He got some
You got some fire.
new sheriff in town, possibly.
All I need
I
to
gotta
do.
stay humble.
All I need to do
I gotta stay humble.
is guess exactly what he guesses, and then I win by default.
Lex gonna be.
So I gotta stay
He could
humble.
be AJ Styles for all we know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty. I can be phenomenal, you know.
He's been around, and now he's coming in with his talents out of nowhere. Just phenomenal, man.
Yeah. So I would, and then also, guys, if you want to know more about New Japan, do watch. There's a couple interviews with Kenny Omega talking about why he came over to Japan. So
Nice.
if you want a better understanding, you know, you can just find it on YouTube. So that way you can understand why Chris Jericho would want to face someone like Kenny Omega.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
I think
There we
that's
go.
the only homework assignment I have for you guys.
You got it, teacher.
I think class dismissed.
Thank you,
Professor.
Matt Stryker.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No,
I don't know. I
right.
think that might be my thing. Like I just give them
I
people.
know,
know,
You gotta
yeah,
have your
yeah.
own segment, bro.
Just that part.
We'll
Oh,
get
and then,
Charles
Listen
in.
And then
I got a
also
dry
the
erase board.
Zach
Yeah.
Gowen Brock Lesnar attack. You gotta see that. That's
Oh,
pretty
Zach
amazing.
Gowen and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, watch it where his mom's just right in the front row. Like she's not smartened
Yeah.
up or anything. It's just
No.
it's kind of sad to watch, but it's kind of
No,
Like, it's part of history,
It's part of
and-
history, yeah. Like I don't think you'll ever see stuff like that again. Like
No.
nowadays,
Yeah, they won't-
you'll
they won't
never
do
see
that.
it's
that.
dated.
Because everybody gets
WWE.
offended by everything now.
Exactly.
Everybody.
And once again, you can't see us. So
Later. Later.